I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. I thought I'd make like a different kind of video, like maybe a Walking Dead playthrough video or something like that, but we're back onto these commentary videos and talking about some gaming shit, because again, Valve just dropped a fucking nuke, but we'll get into that in a second. Again, I want to thank everyone for all the support on a couple of videos ago. What I was talking about is like console gaming dying and stuff like that. A lot of people had opinions, agreeing, disagreeing, whatever. I'm kind of in the middle where I do see why people buy them, the conveniency, but also I do kind of feel like it's dying. They're not innovating anything new. And if you want some innovation, you want to get your bang out of your buck, PC is kind of the way to go, and you just gotta learn the learning curve. But, again, people were kind of going back and forth, which I like seeing the discussion. It wasn't anything toxic, it was just people talking, which was cool. And, I made another video kind of talking about microtransactions, are those ruining games and stuff like that. Again, that video is doing pretty well. Not as good as the video before it, but again, either way, if my videos are at least getting more than 100 views, I'm happy at the end of the day, because it tells me, okay, cool, my channel isn't fucking dead. But, pretty much, again, I just want to say a special thank you for all the support on those, on that video, and at least on all of the videos, but especially on that video, because holy fuck, it almost is about to hit like 500 views, which, again, normally I get like 100 or 200 views, which I'm happy with, but yeah, see a video do double that is pretty fucking cool. And again, we did get some extra subscribers, so it's kind of cool. No, but again, not all about the number, all that shit, but again, it does kind of tickle my balls a little, and I do like my balls being tickled a little. Just a little bit, not too much. Don't make me giggle. I don't know why I said all that, but pretty much, Valve dropped a fucking nuke today, or a couple days ago, I don't know. They dropped a fucking nuke pretty much saying that they are releasing their own pre-built PC console thing. It's very confusing because, again, it's a kind of like a console, but it's clearly not a console, and they're not trying to sell it as a console. They clearly came out as, hey, this isn't a console. But it's the closest thing we're going to get to a PC being a console, if that makes any sense. I just need to take a sip real quick of a drink. I want to take a battle sip. That was kind of like a bitch sip. Okay, that was better. I just didn't want my headphones falling off my head. But pretty much with the Steam machine, this pre-built that they're pretty much releasing, the specs are actually pretty solid on it, and we'll go over that in today's video as well. And pretty much with the Steam machine, they did try to release this back in the day in 2015. Was this successful? Not really. But it was at least them testing, seeing what they could do, what they need to improve shit. They got a lot of ideas, and they did kind of get some things going. At least they got the Steam Deck going from that, and kind of learned their do's and don'ts with it. But again, it never really picked up traction. It wasn't like it was a complete flop, but it just never really picked up traction. But it wasn't until the Steam Deck, or whatever, the little Steam handheld, that started picking up more traction. Then they had the OLED system come out, stuff like that. So now, following this OLED system, we now have a new Steam machine, which technically is a Gabe cube, not a GameCube, a Gabe cube, because this shit is a 6 by 6 inch by 6 inch fucking cube by the Lord of Gaben. No, I'm joking, but, it's like a fucking cube. It's honestly, like, if I didn't already have, like, my old computer for fucking editing, which, do I really use it for editing? Not really that much. I want to try to give it a use. I want to try to, like, boot it up, but honestly, I kind of already had the software installed through Steam on my computer, and my new computer could do it fine, and I don't know. I do want to try to get a use for it and try to get stuff going, but honestly, trying to fit 2 fucking keyboards and mouses on a fucking desk, it's insane. But yeah, I kind of don't want to get rid of it. As a 1080 Ti, I adore the system. It moved out with me. If I would not be a man without that computer, if that makes any sense. This channel will not fucking exist without that computer, so I'm a little attached. It's like a child of mine. But again, this computer, this pre-built that Valve is releasing, fuck you, phone. This pre-built that Valve is releasing is pretty much perfect for fucking, like out in your living room. Or again, if you're not already into PC gaming and you kind of are more into that like console experience, this is probably the closest bridge that's gonna gap those console players to maybe persuade them to go onto PC gaming. Because again, it's very compact, it's very nice, and again, it's good that they're not just selling this as a gaming computer, but they're trying to make their whole own OS system too out of this. It's like, it's really interesting because this isn't just like, oh, a gaming console. This is like, if one thing hits the fan, at least we have another thing going, and blah blah blah. Or if everything goes right, we have our whole own system going. Because again, they have SteamOS, and SteamOS is kind of confusing because technically it's like fucking Windows, but it's not fucking Windows because it's SteamOS and it's for gamers, but like, it's kind of Windows. I don't know really too much the difference because, again, I haven't bought a Steam machine, I haven't installed SteamOS before, but theoretically they'll try and play as this is just a normal computer. What is it to us to tell you what you can do with it, what you can't do with it? So, I'm honestly thinking, dude, like, you see all these businesses buying all these mini computers and shit like that, and again, there's almost so much power that those mini computers can do, and again, for most office jobs, they do the job. But again, say like you're in a coding place or whatever, like, I don't know, you just want a compact computer in your office, this is pretty much it. But you want like some extra power. You don't want to just like have it fucking, oh, I don't have a graphics card in this this fucking thing, so I can't render projects quicker. Nah, bitch, fuck that. Steam Machine Gabe Cube has a graphics card, so you could render with the CPU and the graphics card that's in it. Pretty much going to the specs, it actually seems pretty solid with the CPU. Do I really know shit about CPUs? Not too much, especially not AMD. But for what they'll try and say with this, it's supposed to run 4K at 60 frames, and for a little fucking 6-inch compact fucking Gabe Cube, better than I expected, to be honest. It's no, can I speak English? It's a AMD Zen 4 6C / 12T. What the fuck? Up to 4.8 gigahertz. So whatever the fuck that means, that's pretty cool. That sounds pretty fast. One thing I would say I'm kind of skeptical with is this GPU. It's a custom or semi-custom AMD RDNA3 28CU. I've never heard of that thing in my fucking life. It has 8 gigabytes of GDDR or DDR6 fucking VRAM. I don't know why I said the G part. I didn't really need to do that, but yeah, it has pretty much 8 gigabytes of DDR6 VRAM, which again, it's at least DDR6, but with it only being 8 gigabytes, it's kind of like risky because, again, the longevity of that. That's why people get cards that have 12, 11, 16 gigabytes of VRAM. It's so the card has a little bit more longevity. So when more intense, more unoptimized bullshit games get released, the cards can sustain that. But pretty much it's 2.4 gigahertz or fucking, and it seems good to me. But it does say that it is a little less than the RX 760. For me, I have a RX 9070 XT, which is kind of smokes that, I think, from the research I've done. So almost like I'd probably get this if I wanted like something in my living room. So again, if you already have a full-blown PC going, there's almost not too much of a reason to buy this. It does come with obviously your display ports and HDMI ports, and then 6 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, which again is pretty good because again my system only has 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, which again is pretty good. But again, when you have 16 gigabytes of DDR5, since this newer generation of RAM, it's going to run faster than 32 gigabytes of DDR4, and theoretically, not always, but usually that's the case. It can come in 5.2 gigabytes up to 2 terabytes. So, fuck, I've been talking for too long. This shit getting hot. No, I'm joking. But, yeah, it comes pretty much with 512 gigabytes or 2 terabytes of NVMe SSD, which is actually pretty decent. But again, like with me, my new computer that I built, it has 8 terabytes of NVMe SSD. Why do I have 8 terabytes? I like installing my whole Steam library, and I have a lot of games. And I don't like uninstalling shit and reinstalling shit, so I would just like, hey, you're selling that computer? My friend that was selling his old PC, he sold the old GPU out of it. And I already had 4 terabytes of SSD in it, I think. And I had a 4 terabyte one from my old computer, so I slapped that bitch in and made mega SSD storage and threw in a new GPU. And bada boom, bada bing, I got a new PC. And then it does also have high-speed micro SSD card slots, which is kind of cool that I can read micro SSDs and stuff like that. Then your USB ports, and it's going to be running on SteamOS. Again, I'm really interested to see where they go with SteamOS, if it's going to be similar to Windows, or it's going to be kind of completely its own whole different deal. But pretty much with SteamOS, so kind of pretty much like trying to say, hey, this isn't going to be a restricted thing just only for gaming. If you want to go on Google, you want to go do office work, you can do it on this. But also, it's going to be primarily made for gaming, though. So again, it's going to be interesting to see, and it's also going to be interesting to see because this thing is compact and nice, so it's, again, if you need an upgrade, the upgrade is there, and you don't want to build a new computer. If you want something out in your living room, like I was thinking for like VR, have a VR set up out in your living room, it could be good for that too, but we'll get into the VR headsets and stuff like that. This is going to be a really long video because we just only got through the first part of it, and it's been 10 fucking minutes, so fuck me. But pretty much, it could be good for that, you know, or again, if you're getting into PC gaming, you don't really know too much of the specs too well, and you want something nice, slim, compact, something familiar to you, like something similar to a console, but you want to bridge that gap to PC, this is kind of it, because again, Valve knows kind of what they do need for a good system to run majority of the games on Steam, because again, hey, they own Steam. And again, I feel like we're gonna see as these get released, and how people, you know, use them, and how pretty much they get received by people, and just kind of, the longevity of them, because again, from the specs, they seem pretty well, and they seem good, and from what they're saying, that it can run 4K gaming in 60 frames, maybe with some setting tweaks and sorting games, or again, they're using AI processing shit, but besides that, it does seem like a pretty good system to bridge that gap for console players to kind of move on to PC, or again, not have to do all the research into getting a fucking pre-built, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't know what all this means. Valve's like, here you go, just buy this, and you can play all the Steam games with all your PC friends, while they talk about all these parts that you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But it's okay, we got you, we'll hold your hand. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, which is cool. And again, like I was saying, if you want like a little VR setup in your living room, this is perfect for it, because it's not a big fucking tower, like a full tower or mid tower that you're gonna fucking run into, stub your toes, be in the fucking way. It could like pretty much fit under a TV perfectly fine, or fit on your desk perfectly fine. Then we're gonna pretty much get into the new controller. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's better than the full Steam controller. It at least has 2 analog sticks. Bingo, we like that. But then they kept the tracking pads, which again, I do see why you need it on PC games to control the mouse cursor, or like again in menus and stuff like that. Again, some people do prefer that over the analog sticks. Pretty much, it's like the Steam Deck, but without the screen and smashed into a controller. So again, I definitely would see myself copying the controller for sure, because again, it's really cool, because again, With Bluetooth controllers, sometimes you do get delays, you get glitches, you get all these issues, and they made this dongle piece thing that kind of fixes that issue. And pretty much, the battery life on this controller is like crazy. It's supposed to be like 35 hours. And again, overall, this controller seems like a pretty solid, decent fucking controller. And it seems like with the Force controller, they were like experimenting. I feel like back in 2015 when they released the fucking Force like Steam machine, they were experimenting. And I feel like that's the best way to explain what I was trying to say earlier. But they were experimenting. They're done experimenting now. This is what they got, and I feel like it's pretty good. They did what they learned what works, what doesn't work, and yeah, no, overall it's the fucking controller. It seems pretty good, and it seems like they're trying to fix issues that PCs are having with wireless controllers with this dongle piece. And I guess this dongle piece, you could connect multiple of them. They could connect up to 4 controllers per dongle piece. So if you connect like 8 of these dongle pieces to your fucking controller, not to your controller, to your PC. Well, did I say 8? Yeah, I said 8. Let's do 8 times 4, because I'm a fucking retard on a calculator. 32. That's 32 people connected on a controller. I don't know any game that has 32 players that you could play on LAN, but theoretically, I think that's how that works, so cool. But yeah, no, I think they were talking about that they've seen it where they were able to connect up to like 12 or 16 people onto a game, which was kind of cool. Then let's go into the final product of the VR headset. So the VR headset, the Steam Frame, I actually could see myself copying this because I've been wanting to get into VR, but then I'm like, I don't want to like set up all these fucking sensors around my room. I don't want to like run into the wall, you know? But this seems like the perfect product for me, not to have to set up a whole bunch of stupid sensors around my room, and hopefully I can sit down and play, and I won't run into a fucking wall. I like see all those videos online, and I'm like, holy fuck, like, I kind of get why they do that, but then at the same time, like, homie, you don't realize, like, you're in a video game still, like, you're not, like, oh, fuck, what was I trying to say? Like, you're still in real life, you're not in the fucking video game, you're still in your, like, living room, like, well, why the fuck are you jumping? But either way, the Steam Frame is pretty much a PC on your face. It's cool, interesting Steam, but again, it's really cool. Again, it runs Steam OS, powered by Snapdragon 8 series processors with 16 gigabytes of RAM. And for something that's like on your face, that's like pretty much like a goggle headset, that's pretty impressive. The Steam Frame supports standalone play, which is cool. So you could be like out in your living room, or like, I don't know, just like out and about. I guess like you could just be like in your backyard, I guess. And it has standalone play, so you could install games to the system itself. Oh, my voice, oh my fuck, I hate voice cracks. But pretty much, it supports standalone play, which is really cool. But then also what's cool is it also does support streaming from your PC, because again, these headsets are only so powerful. They only can throw so much power into these headsets, and some games may be more demanding that these headsets might not be able to handle the best on their own. So it's again nice to be able to stream it from your PC if you're like just playing at your setup or something. And with it, they have this wireless adapter that's pretty much supposed to make it pretty much better when you're streaming it from your PC to the headset, so there's less lag and all this weird shit. They have eye tracking shit to crisp up the graphics of what you're looking at and stuff like that, which is really cool. So pretty much what you're looking at looks better and stuff like that. It just has more detail. And yeah, no, I overall, I really think hopefully the Steam Frame lives up to its name. Again, it's Valve. I do feel like hopefully they do, like, again, I'm not trying to dick ride Valve, but I do dick ride them a lot of the time. And I'm not going to be like, oh, it's going to be amazing, because again, we haven't even tried it yet. No one really has tested it. But from like people that I've seen covering it and what they've shown, it looks like a really good fucking solid thing, and I'm pretty excited for it. And yeah, definitely I feel like if I'm gonna get a VR headset, I'm probably gonna try to get the new Steam headset or the Steam frame. And I guess the Steam machine, I forgot to mention this, is supposed to be 6 times more powerful than the Steam Deck. And I've been kind of thinking of getting like a Steam Deck or something similar to that. But, yeah, I want to try to get like a handheld PC. But I've been thinking between the Rogue Ally or whatever the fuck it's called, or like a Steam Deck or something like that. But I might give it some time. But definitely the Steam frame looks very interesting to me. And I feel like if I do try to get a VR headset, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking I'm going to try and cop that one for sure. I guess compared to the MetaQuest 3, it's a little better, but nothing too crazy. But, yeah, no, again, I'm fucking excited for all of this. And again, comment down below what you guys think about all of this too. And yeah, no, I'm fucking excited. I hope it all goes good. I hope it does, hope the Steam machine does kind of have this little longevity and does kind of help be that little bridge to PC gaming that, like, you know, people that are fed up with console want to kind of move to PC gaming, but it's too complicated or it's not convenient enough. I hope this is the perfect little bridge for those people to be like, oh, fuck it, finally, okay, I'll go try PC. Oh, fuck it, I like this. And yeah, maybe they end up getting really into PCs, or it's at least that perfect little bridge where, again, it's something still similar enough to a console, but again, you get to play on PC with your PC friends without having to do all the, like, dumb research and all that extra bullshit. Again, with the Steam frame, it seems solid. The new Steam controller, it's a fucking controller. It's better than the last. But, yeah, hopefully with the Steam frame, that shit goes solid. It looks good. It doesn't look like some stupid shit. Like, that's also what I hated with a lot of the VR headsets. They looked really stupid, or they, like, were always, you had to be wired in, or they looked dumb. This looks nice. You can be wired in, stream it from your PC if you want, or you could just be wireless and just stream it from the headset itself, which is really cool to see as well. But yeah, besides all my rambling and this becoming a 20-minute long video, I'm fucking excited. And yeah, comment down below what you guys think about all this. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.